Well, hello and congratulations. Somebody just shared this link with you because they want you to get an amazing experience with Keto OS, Keto Max. And I'm here to help guide you through your experience, guide you through how to maximize the product. If you're doing a 5 day, if you're doing a 10 day, or if you're committed to 60 or 90 days of, just the best health you can possibly get in. So we're going to cover on this how to take the product. We're going to cover on sometimes when to take the product. We're also going to cover on how kids can use it, how do we use it for cognition and mental performance, and how do we use it for athletic and life performance. We're also going to talk about the big one, how to use it as a tool to maximize fat loss, and some tips and tricks you can get to get as healthy as you possibly can. So first off, how to utilize the product and how to use it. It's a powder you mix in water. I encourage people to use anywhere from 10 ounces to 30 ounces of water. It all depends on you. If you like it sweet, use less water. If you like it less sweet, use more water. I like it on ice, so I do shake it on ice. And I drink it down, and I encourage people to drink it around 30 minutes. Yes, you can drink it longer than that. Yes, you can drink it throughout the day. I encourage people to drink it within that first 30-minute window. You tend to get the best effect. Starting out, you might want to start out with a half a pack twice a day, half a serving twice a day, and then you can always work up over that over a few days, 3 days, 4 days, or even a week. So that's a great way just to get started with the product. Most people start out at the beginning is they start out just to see how their body feels, and this is what I recommend no matter who you are getting started. Have it in the morning or have it in the afternoon. Mid-morning, mid-afternoon, great times to start. What I recommend is if you're not as hungry, eat less. If you're craving less carbs and sugars, eat less. And just really let the product be the hero. Let the product work and pay attention. How's your mood? How's your sleep? How's your focus? How's your energy? How are you overall feeling? Are you noticing your clothes fitting a little differently? Don't expect miracles, but expect changes. And this is a really, really great way just to get started. Now, if you have somebody that is a child that wants to utilize this product anywhere from, age of 1 year old all the way up to 10 years old, I recommend starting out with a teaspoon twice a day. It's okay to go more than that, but that's a great starting point because you might notice them focusing in school better. You might notice their energy better. You might notice their behaviors and mood at home better. Right after the age of 10, I recommend starting out with a half a serving twice a day for kids and watch their focus, watch their mood, watch how well they sleep. Of course, I recommend the non-caffeine version for those children. For people that are really wanting to improve cognition, people that want to maximize their brain, like myself, I want to keep my memory sharp. I want to keep it on point. I want to keep my mental focus up. I want to keep my mental clarity going. I want to focus really, really well. So if you're aging and you really notice a shift in your cognition, I recommend working up to 2 servings a day, once in the mid-morning, once in the mid-afternoon. I still recommend only eating when you're hungry. If you're not craving as much carbs and sugars, eat less. I'm always going to recommend that. But in addition to 2 servings of Keto Max, this is ideal. This is optimized optimally for cognition. I also recommend using a keto cream or an MCT 143, 1 to 2 servings a day for cognition. So that's working up to 2 servings of max. That's working up to two servings of fat using the MCT or the MCT 143 or the keto cream. Now, some people can only use 1 serving. That is okay. You can do that, but for optimal mental performance, I do recommend 2 servings of max and two fats that are provided there by Prove It. So how do we use this for performance? It's pretty simple. If you're an athlete that wants to perform better, if you're a weekend warrior, you'd like to work out at the gym, if you are studying for a test, if you're a mom or a super mom at home and you need to perform all day long, once again, I recommend working up to 2 servings a day. Maybe you use 2 servings on the day that you have to perform more. Maybe you use 1 serving on the day that you get to relax more. But I do recommend 2 full servings if you really want to focus on performance. Typically, you're going to have them between a half an hour and an hour before you have to perform. Meaning, if you know that you have a big test at school, hour before, 45 minutes before, great. 30 minutes before. If you're going to do a workout, 30 minutes to an hour before. If you know you have a busy day, you're having a birthday party, 30 minutes before. If you're a CEO and you have a big meeting coming up, 30 minutes, 45 minutes before, it's a great way to perform better in your day. Now, when we get to the fat loss side of it, the one that most people are interested is in fat loss. So keep in mind, our product is not a weight loss product. It's a fat loss product. So it's really important when you start out, you need to take your before picture because you might notice your body completely transform, but the scale not move much at first because your body needs to get healthier first. So use the before picture as your indicator of success, not always the scale. I do encourage people to not use the scale because I think it messes people up. And what I recommend is find some clothes that don't fit very well or don't fit as well as you'd like and try them on, take a picture, hang them on the back of your door. Every 2 weeks, I want you to try those clothes on, and you're going to commit until they fit. Commit until they fit, and I promise you this journey will work. But here's the simple path. If you want to maximize fat loss and I don't recommend doing this right off the bat. The first week, just use the product, eat when you're hungry, cut your carbs. Let the product be the hero. But if you really want to take it a little bit more serious, I'm going to encourage you to do a few things. Every morning when you wake up, I want you to have a big glass of water, 8 ounces, 12 ounces, 16 ounces, with a good pinch of sea salt in it in the morning, and then don't eat until you're hungry. Just wait until you're hungry. Your first meal, your first time, once you start noticing a little bit of hunger, you're going to have the Keto OS or Keto Max. Right when you start getting hungry, not starving, just right away. Then you're going to wait again until you're hungry. You may not eat your first meal until noon. 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. That's completely okay. It's completely safe. Ketones are protecting your metabolism, keeping you healthy through this process. So to have your first drink when you start noticing a little hunger, then you have your first meal once you get hungry after that, and then don't eat again until you're hungry. Don't eat again until you're hungry. And then in the afternoon, you can either have another serving of Keto S or Keto Max. You can have a keto cream. You could have, if you don't have enough product to have 2 a day, what I want you to do is either get more product, or you can use a little avocado, a hard-boiled egg, maybe salami and some cheese. Have a little low-carb snack. Do not overdo nuts. You can have a small amount of nuts a day. Please do not overdo those nuts. They can backfire on you for your journey, but you can have some. And then when you get hungry again, you're going to eat your last meal of the day, which is dinner. And that's going to be a protein and a vegetable, just like lunch, a protein and a vegetable. All right, I'm going to give you some tips here in a second. Now, this is really simple. You're going to eat 1 to 2 meals a day, most often. Sometimes you might have more. Sometimes you might have less. Just listen to your body. This is the way our ancestors did it. Listen to your body. Have 1 to 2 servings of Keto Max or Keto S a day. I want you to have 1 to 2 meals a day, eating when you're hungry, and you're just going to focus on cutting your carbs down. Try not to complicate this. Here's a few tips. If you drink coffee in the morning, I want you to do this. Make sure you don't use any artificial sweeteners. If you use sweeteners, use stevia. And be careful. If you add a little bit of fat to your diet, that's going to add a lot of calories. So if you add fat, add less. If you want to add something to your coffee, I recommend keto cream. But be careful. Don't start adding a bunch of fat to your coffee. If you don't know what that is, don't start doing it if you want to lose body fat. Take this really slow. You may already be eating the right amount of fat in your diet. You may not have to increase it. And the true ketogenic diet is a high-fat diet. But we're not on and doing a true ketogenic diet. What we're doing is we're utilizing pure therapeutic ketones. We're going to implement a lower carb diet. And over time, we're going to allow you to increase your fat intake. So this is the process. All right, so low carb first, Keto Max, Keto S twice a day. All right, so a couple little tips to help maximize this is pick your 5 favorite meals that you love the most in this world and Google low carb pizza, low carb burgers, low carb spaghetti, low carb chili, whatever, low carb stir fry, and make low carb versions of what you currently do. Try not to complicate this by trying to reinvent the wheel and become a new chef at everything else. You can always add new variations, but be careful not to go and change up too much. You may be doing everything really close, and we just have to make fine tunes. Cut out your sugary beverages, cut out your sugary drinks, cut out any of those excessive things, the Gatorades and Powerades that you do not need, energy drinks you don't need. You have Keto OS, Keto Max to utilize instead. Drink more water. Drink more water, add sea salt to your water. If you live in a desert, you may have to add more, like I do in San Diego, or extra electrolytes. If you don't feel optimal, add more sea salt, add more electrolytes. It will help. And of course, plug into our community. Now, a couple other tips that I'd love for you to share or love for you to think about is try not to eat your last meal after 8 p.m. Get to bed nice and early. No stress here. We're on a journey. Our goal is to get to where we want to be and learn how to live our lives, not just to get to where we want to be. And this is a journey, it's a path, and you're on the right path. Just stick to the system. It works. I promise you, come back and listen to this multiple times. Stay hydrated. If you can move your body, it's a great thing. Get out and walk, get out and exercise, get out and move. You do not have to become a fitness professional to get the body you want. Just start moving your body. The more often you do it, the better it works, the better ketones work, and really listen in. One of the biggest mistakes I see people make is they often increase their fat intake too much. They start finding fat bombs and eating tons of fat bombs and eating all these extra fat. Right now, you have fat on your body. We want your body to use your own fat. So right now, when you're starting out, you do not need to increase your fat. The only ways I want you to increase your fat starting out is you can use a little bit of olive oil, butter, coconut oil, avocado oil on your vegetables. I want you to put a little bit of fat on your vegetables, not a lot. I want you to start using grass-fed butter. I want you to start using fattier proteins over leaner proteins. I want you to, instead of using chicken breast, you can use chicken thighs. You don't have to, but I want you to start using just a small amount of fat. But I want you to caution not to increase your fat too quickly, because what happens is that sometimes you start eating carbohydrates on a day off. You may go, hey, I'm going to eat carbs this day. Well, if you have too much fat in your diet and you're eating carbs, you're going to gain weight back. We don't want that. Fat and carbs don't mix. So lower your carbs, lower your carbs. That's the focus. As you're starting to lose weight, as you're getting healthier, as your body's moving better, as you're feeling better, you can slowly increase your fat intake as long as your carbs are low. If your carbs go up, your fat intake has to go back down. Otherwise, your body's not going to respond very well. And if you're like me, I'm a low carb guy. I'm going to have to be low carb pretty much my whole life to keep myself lean and fit. I don't get away with a lot of carbs. I had to come to terms with that. So just a couple little tips here. The last things I want you to mention is that we do have a free product program, something you should really look into. If you know anybody else that wants to improve their health, wants to feel better, have them join us. The more people that does this with you, you're more likely to stay consistent and be part of it. The community is really important, and that's what Prove It has provided for us as a community. So plug into our community. Ask whoever invited you to this call, how do I get my product for free? We also have an enhanced SmartShip program so that if you stay on SmartShip, you can maintain 22% off the product. And every fourth month, you actually get free additional products sent to you by the company, which is an amazing extra. You can use that for extra servings for yourself. You can share that with a loved one or a friend because they want to feel better also. And then the last tip I want you to keep in mind is we're not your doctor. We're not here to treat any medical challenges that you may have. And I understand if you may have those, ketones are really important to optimizing your health, optimizing your performance. They're great for your brain, great for your body, great for your mood, your sleep, your energy, and your focus, and helps you with your body getting healthier. So if you have any questions around the product in any condition that you're in, please don't beat up whoever invited you to this call. Go to facebook.com/justproveit. Go to the video sections, watch the doctor videos that we have available for you. Watch the lives. Go to YouTube and type in Prove It. Watch all the videos there. Go to Keto University, Keto U, and watch the videos there. Let the doctors, let the researchers, let the experts be that for you. But we have a product that can completely change your life, help you feel better than ever, and just commit to the process, whoever you are, and share it with people that you care about. So thank you all, and have a great experience, and we'll see you at the next Keto Academy and more.